In our daily life, blood pressure is like a small bomb lurking quietly. It's a constant threat to our health. But you know what? Behind high blood pressure, in fact, there is a secret that scares him. There's something we all interact with every day, but often don't eat enough. He is fake. Here. You may be a little confused. A lack of armor can actually make high blood pressure worse. This may sound unexpected, but take it easy. We will tell a vivid little story. Unravel the mystery between high blood pressure and A for you. Guaranteed after reading. You'll find that controlling blood pressure is actually not that difficult. Many people with hypertension, the sentence that hangs on the lips every day is to eat less salt. Eat less salt, but another important factor is often overlooked. If the body lacks armor, high blood pressure actually gets worse. Why does a lack of armor make high blood pressure worse? What is A's ability? Can help us stabilize our blood pressure. In daily life, what are you unaware of? Let us have the bad habit and cognitive misunderstanding of lack of armor. Don't worry. This article will be written in a relaxed and fun way. Take you to uncover the secret between high blood pressure and A. And here's the thing. We recommend 5 high-potassium foods at affordable prices. No matter how tight the money is, don't be reluctant to eat, because they are the ones behind the stability of blood pressure. 45-year-old Lao Zhang is a typical heavy taste lover. The food is not salty or enjoyable every day, and I love pickles. High-salt snacks like potato chips, plus work pressure. Stay up late for a long time. Lack of exercise. He had a general belly. Blood pressure quietly started to climb up. At first, Lao Zhang didn't take it seriously, because he thinks his body is strong. No obvious discomfort. His wife sees that he has such a strong taste. He was also reminded that he ate too much salt. Be careful when your blood pressure soars. But Lao Zhang always laughed it off. I'm in good health. Until one morning, he suddenly felt dizzy. Ear buzzing. A cold blood pressure soared to more than 150. It's unclear. Lao Zhang finally realized the seriousness of the matter. He remembered his father's young age. Stroke hospitalization scenario. I just realized that high blood pressure is like an invisible killer, usually silent. But it can detonate a health bomb at any time. Long-term blood pressure elevation accelerates angiosclerosis, damage to the heart and kidneys. In severe cases, it can lead to stroke or myocardial infarction. The consequences are unimaginable. Lao Zhang broke out in a cold sweat, determined to control blood pressure. So from that day on, Lao Zhang began a life of salt control. Eating becomes clear. Every meal is salty, but he refrained from adding salt to the dishes. Even his favorite can of pickles was sealed by him. He believes that as long as you keep your mouth shut, eating less salt can lower blood pressure. However, after a few months, Lao Zhang found that his blood pressure had dropped slightly, but still hovering high. Sometimes when you get emotional, you will go up. He was baffled. Obviously, very little salt has been eaten. Why is blood pressure still not stable enough? In desperation, Lao Zhang had no choice but to ask the doctor for help. Facing Lao Zhang's doubts, the doctor smiled and said he was patronizing salt control. Don't forget to fake. Do you usually eat enough fruits and vegetables? Lao Zhang, who asked in one sentence, was stunned. Fruits and vegetables. He has a lot of fish and meat on weekdays. Never been interested in the grass these rabbits eat. The doctor sees this. Explained Daojia. It is a mineral that is very important for the human body, although not as often mentioned as calcium and iron, but the hero in the body. It turns out that Jia ion is in the human body, playing the role of electrician and plumber. He helps maintain the electrolyte balance inside and outside cells. It's like pulling up an electrical cord in your body. Make sure our nerve signals are transmitted normally. Powerful muscle contraction. The heart is beating steadily at the same time. It's also involved in regulating water balance in the body. And the simple answer is that it's helper cells. They flush out the excess salt and moisture. Prevent body edema. Here. Lao Zhang suddenly realized. No wonder I used to occasionally have stomach cramps in the middle of the night. I often feel tired and weak during the day. Sometimes it will speed up inexplicably. These symptoms are probably related to the lack of nail armor. The doctor nodded and said yes. When the human body lacks armor, muscle weakness may occur. Cramps, irregular heartbeats, etc. Severe nail deficiency can also affect heart function, even life-threatening. However, mild nail deficiency is more common in general, often just fatigue, poor appetite, easy to cramp, and other manifestations. Most people don't care. The doctor went on to explain. The reason why A is important for blood pressure, well, there are 2 main reasons. One is sodium excretion. Too much sodium, which is salt. It traps water. Increased blood volume. Blood pressure goes up. And potassium. It prompts the kidneys to expel excess sodium and water. It's like draining some of the water out of your veins. Reduce stress. The second is to protect blood vessels. Enough potassium is good for vasodilation. It's like relaxing a tight blood vessel wall. Be soft, don't shrink tightly. As soon as the blood vessels relax, blood pressure comes down naturally. A simple analogy: high sodium and low potassium diet. A blood vessel is like a thin, hard water pipe. It's also filled with the sound of water pressure. On the contrary, when A is sufficient, the pipes become wider and softer. Some of the water inside is also drained. Stress is greatly relieved. It is no wonder that the medical community has long found that increased dietary potassium intake helps lower blood pressure. Prevention of cardiovascular diseases such as stroke. For example, the United States has promoted a DESHU diet specifically for hypertension. One of the main principles is to eat more vegetables rich in potassium. Vegetables and fruits reduce sodium intake. In order to achieve the effect of lowering blood pressure, the World Health Organization recommends adults should consume at least 3,500 milligrams of potassium per day. But in reality, most adults actually consume potassium every day. Not even 2,000 milligrams. Only about half of the recommended amount. Modern people's eating habits are often more salt and less fake. I like all kinds of high-salt processed foods, and eating too little fresh fruits and vegetables. This makes the naga seesaw in the body. Serious imbalance. Hypertension becomes more rampant. And I learned that. Lao Zhang couldn't help but pat his forehead. It seems that salt control alone is not enough. We have to find a way to make up for the lost armor. After listening to the doctor's explanation, Lao Zhang couldn't help but make up a scene in his head. I saw it in his veins. And the debate is raging. Stubborn sodium ions are like a gelatinous flood army. Woo water everywhere as a helper. Rampage through blood vessels. Let the blood pressure rise. Pinch. GIE incarnates as a defender of justice into the kidney battlefield. Grab excess sodium with water and escort it out of the body. Losing reinforcements, the Nazi army collapsed. The blood vessels also returned to calm. It turns out that this is how the A helps us in the body. Fight high blood pressure. The doctor also reminded Lao Zhang in particular, there are some behaviors in daily life will quietly deplete potassium in the body. There are also some cognitive misunderstandings. Makes people overlook the importance of armor. Dietary imbalance. Long-term preference for foods high in salt and oil. Eat less vegetables and fruits. This is the #1 reason why modern people lack armor. Big fish and big meat every day, no vegetables. The body certainly lacks armor. This gift from plants. Drug drain. Some blood pressure medications like diuretics will increase the discharge of armor. People who like to use laxatives to lose weight or often drink bowel cleansing tea. It may also wash off a lot of armor. If you take these medications, but no extra armor, over time it is prone to low potassium. Many elderly patients with hypertension, long-term use of diuretics, regular blood potassium checks are required, even take extra nail pills. That's why excessive sweating in summer or after intense exercise. Large amounts of potassium are lost with sweat. If you only focus on replenishing water and salt without supplementing potassium, the body may not be able to keep up with the balance for a while. Fatigue or cramps. Many people have leg cramps at night in the summer. In fact, it is sweating too much during the day. Signs of excessive A loss. Therefore, when you sweat a lot, don't forget to eat some fruit with nail armor, or have a nail sports drink. Superstition Single Easy Lift Armor Supplement. Many people's first reaction is to eat bananas. Bananas are indeed rich in potassium, but not the only source, if you only believe in bananas. On the contrary, it is easy to get tired of eating or consume too much sugar. Actually, there are still many high-quality and cheap potassium in life. The food will be introduced soon. Don't let the banana take the credit. Misunderstanding. Some people think that nail supplementation depends on pills or health products. Do not eat nutrients. Supplements are not safe. Some people have heard that high blood potassium can be fatal. Stay away from winter food. Actually, for the average person with normal kidney function, it's almost impossible to get too much potassium in your diet. And get potassium from natural foods is a safe and effective way. Certainly, patients with kidney disease need to follow the doctor's instructions to control the intake of nail. That's another story, since armor replenishment is so important. So what exactly can you eat to be both economical? Is it effective in ingesting armor? Here are 5 high-end evaluation stars. A banana talks about nail fruit. Of course, bananas are not at the top of the list. A medium banana. It contains about 400 milligrams of potassium. No wonder athletes take halftime. I can bananas to restore strength. Bananas are cheap and delicious. You see it everywhere. You can eat it by peeling it. Very convenient. In addition, bananas are extremely low in sodium. For those who need to control salt, it's a friendly snack. Whether it's directly added to oat milk for breakfast, or quickly replenish energy after exercise, bananas are excellent choices. But a word of warning, no matter how good the banana is, don't be greedy for too many. 1 or 2 a day is enough. The right amount of balance can really make a difference. 2 sweet potatoes. Sweet and soft sweet potato. It's a common delicacy on the table. It is a hidden high-potassium master, a medium-sized sweet potato. It has as much potassium as a banana. Some species are even better. And not only that, sweet potatoes are also rich in dietary fiber and vitamin A, good for gut health and vision. Sweet potatoes are still a treasure trove of minerals, rich in calcium and magnesium. These ingredients are also helpful in controlling blood pressure. Sweet potatoes are cheap. Boil, steaming soup in a variety of ways. Have a bowl of sweet potato porridge or roasted sweet potatoes for breakfast, when the staple food is full and nutritious. If the sweet potatoes are too sweet, you can also choose potatoes. The potassium content of potatoes is also surprising. Potassium in a large potato, even worth 2 bananas. However, remember to use less salt when cooking. Avoiding the benefits of potassium. 3 spinach Popeye favorites. Spinach is not a false name. This little green leaf Superman is rich in potassium, enzymes and other minerals, methyl and magnesium. A golden partner for depressurization. Helps blood vessels relax. Stable blood pressure, a bowl of cooked spinach. The potassium content is about 800 milligrams or more. Of course, raw and cold spinach nail is also very rich. Spinach is affordable at the vegetable stand. You can buy them any time of the year. It's delicious no matter what, whether it's stir-fried, fried garlic, or cook it into spinach tofu soup. Each approach is nutritious, delicious. Eating regularly helps to supplement thyroid and folic acid. It's also good for blood pressure control, except for spinach. Other dark green leafy vegetables such as amaranth, kale, spinach, etc. The fake content is not inferior. 4 tomatoes, bright red tomatoes. It is an indispensable evaluation of fruits and vegetables on the table, popular both raw and cooked. A medium-sized tomato. It contains approximately 300 milligrams of potassium. Make tomato juice. Potassium content will be higher. Tomatoes are rich in vitamin C and lycopene. Good for cardiovascular health. One of the lycopene, it's a powerful antioxidant. Helps protect blood vessel elasticity. Prevention of arteriosclerosis. It's a friendly food for people with high blood pressure. Boil soup with scrambled eggs with tomatoes. Or slice for salad. They are all delicious choices for nail tonic. It is important to note that ketchup and canned tomatoes may also contain potassium, but often with a lot of salt. Don't eat too much. It is best to choose fresh tomatoes for nutrition. Soybeans and soy products. As a protein star in a traditional diet, soybeans are also a fake high-quality source. Half a cup of cooked soybeans. It provides about 500 milligrams of potassium. It's like kidney beans. Potassium content of lentils, chickpeas, and other miscellaneous
More
beans.
than that.
Beans are cheap, easy to keep. It can be integrated into the daily diet in a variety of ways. Have a cup of warm soy milk in the morning. Supplement both nail and high-quality protein. Have a bowl of tofu miso soup for lunch. The potassium in tofu and the potassium in the soup
Or
are
eat a few
ingested
spoonfuls.
together. Stewed soft red bean soup for dessert can unknowingly supplement the body with false ions. And beans are rich in beauty and soluble dietary fiber. Long-term consumption can help lower cholesterol. Very good for heart health. Of course, remember to drink water in moderation when eating beans. It helps the A to be better absorbed and utilized. In addition to the above 5 high-ranking stars, there are actually many ingredients rich in A, like avocados, nut pumpkin, oranges and other fruits and vegetables, as well as dairy products, can provide us with abundant potassium. However, we selected these 5. The victory lies in the price being
Readily
close to the
available.
people. Even if you eat it every day, it will not burden your wallet. In the end, diet conditioning depends on persistence. As long as you pay more attention every day, get enough potassium, and it keeps the salt in check. I believe your blood pressure will become more and more obedient. End of story. Let's bring the camera back to Lao Zhang. After all this tossing, Lao Zhang completely understood high blood pressure, most afraid of missing the true meaning behind the fake. Since then, he made a change in his life. Eat fruit every day. Bananas often appear on the table. Spinach and tomatoes. He didn't like to eat vegetables before. Now I love eating vegetables more than rabbits. Sweet potatoes and potatoes also take turns as the staple food. These mundane foods act as a natural shield. Quietly helped him stabilize his blood pressure. A few months later, when measuring blood pressure, the resin has obediently dropped to the normal range. The bomb that was lurking in his body. It was finally demolished. Lao Zhang laughed and said, "Bananas and sweet potatoes are my blood pressure medicine." Let's imagine, maybe one day in the future, the battle between humans and the hypertensive monster will be written as a science fiction legend. And potassium, it's the magical power that turns the tide of war, acquired to the 22nd century. Doctors' prescriptions for space colonists. No longer a cold pill. It's a fresh high-potassium recipe. Have a plate of spinach, a baked potato, with a banana milkshake. Until then, hypertension may be a thing of the past. People don't have to worry about little blood pressure techniques anymore, scared into a cold sweat. At that time, alien tourists may be surprised. Hypertension that once threatened people on Earth. It was defeated by a few simple foods. And of course, it's all beautiful. It is inseparable from our current efforts. As I said at the beginning, the hidden nemesis behind high blood pressure has been found. That's enough armor! I want my blood pressure to be stable. Reducing salt alone is not enough. Remember to replenish the armor as well. Don't forget, these inexpensive high-potassium foods around us. It is the real health magic weapon. No matter how poor you are, you will be willing to eat them. Because investing in health is always the best deal. Let's start today. Take good care of your body. Companion with A, stay away from the threat of high blood pressure.